Well, welcome back for the second match today on the first day of the New Zealand Badminton University Championships, and it's a clash between Otago and Victoria University of Wellington. Still just want to say Wellington University, but they never got that legislation through, did they? So we go with Victoria. Hamish, both teams coming off a loss this morning. Feeling a bit of pressure? You've got to get the win to stay in contention?
Yeah, we want to do well. Give them a tough game, give them a run for their money.
I noticed you were pretty keen to shoulder up to this fella. Is there a bit of feeling here?
Yeah, a bit of tension. I think I'm going to thrash him in doubles, but I mean...
Well, there we go, already trash talking, we're already started it. Joseph, same situation for you guys. Lost this morning, so you need to get that win.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we had some very tight games, 4 of them with 3 setters, and so, yeah, while it was all fantastic, it'd be good to do our best in this one as well. So, yeah, we've only just met, but so we don't know what's coming up, so we're excited to play.
Fantastic. Only just met and they already don't like each other. That's fantastic. No, I mean, it's played in great spirit. That's the good thing about this university games, isn't it? Great chance, and you guys, your teams are both travelling, so it's a good part of it as well.
Very true, yeah. I'm looking forward to these games. It's a good experience coming all the way to Auckland. Yeah, it's great to face other universities. It's
Good stuff. Good luck, guys. Enjoy the match. So they'll go and get ready for this second match, both having lost their first one this morning, so they must win really to stay in contention for a top 2 place and a spot in the semi-finals. With thoughts on how this one will shape up, alongside, again, in commentary, is Raina Phillips.
Yeah, awesome. It definitely looks like it's going to be a run for the money on who's going to just keep in on this competition. But just from the offset, I'd say Otago's looking pretty strong with some of their well-experienced players who have been playing the tertiary championships for quite a while, as well as some division players. It's great to see them back. And then we have our Victoria team, which, as a Victoria person myself, it's actually cool to see some fresh faces here as well. But yes, Otago is actually looking very strong if we look over to the team lineup now. Yeah,
and you're not going to be biased at all, are you, as we look at Otago? But yes, you've had to catch up with the Victoria team, but Otago with Joseph Belf. We met Joe just a moment or two ago. Aditi Alexander, Jake Dixon, Jia Yen Ati, Yun Kit Ung, Lucy Thompson and Michael Zhang make up their lineup. As we have a look now at the Victoria lineup with Nicole Brown, Taylor Willis-Love, Samitra Shaligram, Hamish Talon, and we've also got Hunter Arthur in there as well. So those are the lineups that will take on this clash. They must win really. Top 2 in the group go through to the semi-finals tomorrow morning. There is confirmation of the matchups in this one. Of course, we get underway with both men's and women's singles. On that note, let's welcome our first match on court. It is to be Jake Dixon and Samitra Shaligram. It's the men's singles. Certainly hearing that, as was described by Joseph there, that whilst they lost that clash this morning, Otago 4-1 against the University of Auckland number 2 team, that so many of them were close matches and it could have gone either way. So they'll be looking to bounce back and hopefully not too weary from the exertions of those very close matches this morning.
Green or black? You choose green. Sorry. Service or end? So you choose your end? Okay, 2 minutes warming up.
I think the players are quite relaxed. I'm not sure the coin actually left Holly's hand. it just kind of went, the hand went up and came back down, but the players are okay. It's really just a formality, isn't it, to decide who's going to serve and which end. Jake, pretty relaxed, said, well, I'm down there already.
Might as well.
That's where I'll start as we get a chance to introduce these 2 players in a little more detail. Here is Jake. You can see at 38 years of age, one of the older competitors in his first year studying a certificate of proficiency. I do get the feeling though that this is a continuation of study for Jake. I haven't caught up with him to get those details, but certainly his bio talks about his being in Otago for a little while. But seems to be a bit of a character as well. Talks about, I think, his age being an advantage The opponent
It
gets a little daunted by this Masters player across the other side. Sumitra Shalagram, at 25 years of age, studying Master of Clinical Immunology. Seems rather specialised, doesn't it, first year in that particular course, and originally out of India and brought to New Zealand indeed for his studies, the 25-year-old. I love it when I see some of the specialisation. You know, many of our first years are, in fact, we've got the traditional science, arts, engineering, whatever it might be, but when they get beyond the initial degree and start with their postgrad work and what have you, the specialisation is fantastic. What are you going to end up doing?
Ideally, clinical psychology. Yeah.
Fantastic. So that leads you into what?
So hopefully I'll be a practicing psychologist. And
Oh dear.
yeah.
Oh, you're analysing me now, aren't you?
I already have.
Oh, you already have. It's already been done. Can you send me the report, please?
Oh, I've already sent it to you.
Oh,
Did you get it?
fantastic. That's great, because I haven't had to pay you.
It's on your Twitter handle.
I haven't had to pay you, so that's great.
Sumitra,
Oh dear, I'm nervous now.
take shuttle.
As we await the first point to be played here. So 5 matches. Obviously, the first team to win the 3 will win the tie. And these teams coming out of Group B with 4 teams. So the top 2 of 4 will go through to the semi-finals. Group A, by contrast, has just the 3 with Auckland, AUT and Waikato. Holly Cho
Ladies
is
and
our
gentlemen,
umpire.
on my right, University of Otago, represented by Jake Dixon. On my left, Victoria University of Wellington, represented by Sumitra Saligram. Victoria University of Wellington to serve. Love ball, play. Out. Serve over, 1 love.
Jake looks a bit relieved that didn't go over.
Yeah, I don't think he was there to cover it. Jake originally from Te Tai Tokerau,
3 love.
and noted that he first started playing badminton when he moved to Otago for study. And that was some time ago, in fact,
4
back in the year 2000. He said really, until he left Te Tai Tokerau, the only sport to play was rugby.
point.
Transferable skills there, though, right? Rugby
5
and badminton, very
love.
similar.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean,
Serves over. Oh. That's so sick. Serves over, 6-1.
we're just about there on the scoreboard. Initially it was reversed.
7-1.
So 7-1 to Dixon. There we go.
Service over, 2-7.
Shalagram just struggling to get into this match.
Service over, 8-2. Out.
Sumitra seems to be carrying quite a bit of nerves into this game, which is kind of, I think, stopping him from finding his rhythm.
Out.
Yeah, by contrast, I think
10,
Jake is just doing what he has to do.
2.
Yeah.
Not trying anything extraordinary, just keeping the shuttle in play.
11-2 interval. You want to change? Yeah, change.
They're going to change the shuttle, but it is the interval. But I'm not sure they need a break, these fellas. No coaches there. Now they will. Now they will. I think Jake was happy to carry on. Yeah, certainly he'll be very happy with this. In the blink of an eye, out to 11-2, Jake Dixon. Looking to give Otago the best possible start.
11-2, play. Two.
Just nothing working out here at the moment for Shellegram.
13-2.
I think this is where Jack's age does actually, I know he joked about it, but I think the maturity just to be patient and, as you said, just play what you have to play and not actually have to rush. Whereas I think with Sumitra,
Service over.
he wants to play a fantastic
13.
shot. And sometimes you don't have to play a fantastic shot, you just have to play a shot.
Out.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You have to play a
Service over,
fantastic rally,
14.
don't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Which can be made up of good shots. It's gone wide.
15-3. Fourth. Subs over 4-15. Subs over 16-4.
Eyes lit up there.
Subs over 5-16. Subs over 17-5. Out.
Showing really good
18,
court coverage
5.
too is Jake. Oh, that's beautiful. Disguised and
Great
then
shot.
cross court.
19-5.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Sumitra looks like his shoes are a bit failing to grip. I think he's just a bit scared to actually push off and really go for those cross-court turning shots that Jake's putting out there.
Subs over 6-19.
Oh, doesn't quite topple over. You know,
Subs over
that's the last thing you
20.
want as a
Game point
badminton player.
6.
You've got to be able to trust the court surface and the shoes. Oh, clever.
Game.
Really good all-court display here from Jake Dixon, and in the blink of an
First game
eye,
won
taking
by
out that first game.
University of Otago. 21-6.
Both players just sharing a little chuckle as they went past. So, yeah, I don't know. What do you do? Just get the sandpaper out and roughen up the soles of those shoes if they aren't gripping properly. But you've got to have trust, haven't you,
Yeah,
in a
you
sport
really
like
do.
this?
And I mean, like, badminton is so much about just agility and actually being able to push off, especially when you're coming into the front and doing those deep lunges. If your shoes aren't gripping, there's very little that you can actually do to recover and actually get to the next shot.
Second game, low ball, play.
Just too good.
1 love.
Judgment on that occasion wasn't good
Serves
from
over.
Dixon.
1 all.
Shalagram needs to get into the second game. It's gone
Out.
wrong.
Serves over 2-1. Up. Two all.
Just point out that just
Subs
earlier, I
over.
think Dixon almost
3,
helped the umpire
2.
by calling Shalagram's shot good.
Yeah.
Good sportsmanship there from the Otago player.
Out. 4-2.
Yeah, sportsmanship's actually something I've always appreciated about Otago
Subs
players.
over.
I remember when we were
3,
playing juniors
4.
against them, and they're almost cheering for you more than your team.
Serves over 5.
I think you should have
3.
had a word with your teammates.
Probably, it's probably not actually Otago, it's probably my teammates.
And again,
Six,
not sure if we're picking that up with
3.
the audio, but Jake just saying hard like I wasn't going to get that.
Great
Four.
shot. Jake really does have a, it seems almost effortless, just to jump up and snap at the wrist, and it
7,
apparently is over.
3.
Even there again in his backhand, just being able to snap it, and it's just such an effortless
8,
backhand clear.
3.
Cross court even, which is even more impressive.
Serves over 4-8.
Samitra
5,
needs to go on a
8.
little run here. That's 2. Needs probably another 2 to get himself into the match. Can't do so though. And again, doesn't look
Serves
comfortable, does he?
over
Yeah,
9.
I definitely think it's
5.
it's an issue with the shoes, and not even just being able to push off, but I think you're just so mindful about injuring yourself. Definitely makes badminton a lot harder.
Out. Serves over 6-9. Serves over 10-6. 11-6 interval. Interval. Okay. No need to have to.
I think he's quite the character, Jake. He's just having a little chuckle with Holly, and not sure, do they actually take a break at 11 in Masters Badminton? He's looking pretty keen to carry on. But he's put together an impressive display, just all court. Doesn't look to be a weakness. Playing from
11,
a pretty
6.
powerful foundation as well. I think we talked about the rugby. I
Play.
reckon there's an open side flanker in there somewhere.
Serves over 7-11.
Oh, and lovely touch as well.
Serves over 12-7. Serves over 8-12.
He's just wrong-footed again. Gives the thumbs up to
Service over
his opponent.
13,
Does
8.
Sumitra Shalagram.
That's just unlucky on, I think if
14,
Sumitra took one more
8.
step to get behind that shuttle, that would have been a superb slice.
Change.
Sumitra actually talks in his bio about working on the footwork. He's been shadow practicing a couple of times a week. I might get you to expand on that a little bit as to shadow practicing.
Oh, it's
15,
basically our least favourite part of training.
8.
It's just
No-
basically doing footwork.
No shuttle.
Nah, just you, yourself, and just pretending that you're playing a game. It's like the, you know, going for a run for
16,
marathoners.
8.
He's in trouble here though.
17, 8.
Hard to see Victoria coming back from this deficit.
$18, 8. Fourth. 19, 8.
Marching on impressively here, Jake Dixon. And that brings up multiple match points.
20, match point 8.
Well, he's
Yay.
studying towards a certificate of proficiency, and that was most proficient indeed from Jake Dixon. Really comprehensive performance,
Match
21-6,
won by
21-8.
University of Otago. Players, please wait for me. Yeah.
They're just rushing off, leaving Holly
Match
all
won
alone.
by University of Otago. 21-6, 21-8.
Here we go, fellas. Now wait for Holly to get down, and you can disappear. There he goes, Jake helping with the computer as well. So that's a good start for Otago. They are one up in this clash against Victoria. And when we come back, it will be the turn of our women's singles combatants to take to our show court.
This is the University of Waikato, where every day people are making a positive change. Where research helps tackle global challenges and elite athletes can compete at the top of their game. A place where people are given the tools to protect their whenua for future generations. Where talent is nurtured and excellence is celebrated. It's a place where industry, innovation and education converge, and where moments are shared with loved ones. It's a place where teaching and learning has no borders, and people of all races and cultures work together as one. Our people, our future. Positive change starts here.
FISU, World of University Sport.
Welcome back. It is round 2 of pool play here at the Tertiary Championships, Badminton New Zealand's New Zealand Universities Championship. And already today we have seen the University of Auckland take a pretty good win over Waikato. And just recapping other results before we look at this one, that was 4-1 Auckland over Waikato. Massey defeated Victoria 5-love. And it was University of Auckland 2 defeating Otago 4-1. In this tie, it is 1-love to Otago with that very good win for Jake Dixon. Let's now welcome our women's singles players onto our show court for match number 2 in this tie.
Heavy, eh? Yeah, heavy. Thank you.
Perhaps they thought daylight saving was, here they come. Daylight saving might have changed today, but no, here they come. Frank Marr leading the players out eventually. And this one will feature Aditi Alexander from Otago up against Taylor Wills-Love from Victoria. And from a faculty point of view, this is arts and laws up against health. Taylor Wills-Love studying in her first year towards a Bachelor of Health.
I chose red or black. Red. Good job. Good stuff. Serve. Okay. Reach your end. Yes, sir. Keep going.
So Taylor's going to serve, and Aditi decided to just stay at the end that she's going to warm up from. So Otago, we're told, unlucky in their 4-1 defeats at the hands of the Auckland number 2 team this morning. So, and they're showing signs here that they might be taking that frustration out on the Victoria University of Wellington. What did you guys think as students? What did you think of that, the whole idea of changing the name? Is it known amongst the student faculty as Victoria University, or do you think there was merit in going to Wellington?
There was a lot of opinions going around. My favourite thing about going to Victoria is everyone's very socially justice orientated, and so they could also see, I guess, like the merits as well in trying to move away from the name Victoria. But it is very hard to, in your head, move away from just being called Vic.
Vic, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess that's why they've now made sure that people are saying Victoria University of Wellington. It does have that geographical association as well. There's Aditi Alexander, 20 years of age, as mentioned, studying a Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Laws, 3rd year of study. So the more experienced of the 2 players, in the sense of her study anyway. This is the first time, though, that she's played here at the University Championships.
Yeah, is ready to go?
We saw some of the details for Taylor, just to confirm, at 19 years of age, out of the Hutt Valley, Taylor Wills-Love, so hasn't moved too far from home. Indeed, may not have left home at all to duck down the River Road, perhaps, to university. Her first year of study towards a Bachelor of Health.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Victoria University of Wellington, represented by the Taylor Willis-Love. On my left, University of Otago, represented by the Aditi Alexander. Taylor Willis-Love service to level play. 4. So it's over. 1-love. Out.
He's pushed it wide.
Service over.
One thing to notice when you're looking through this
One.
Victoria team,
All.
very young. Most, if not all, in their first year of study. And making
Two.
a first appearance
One.
generally here at this tournament.
Four.
Which always
Service
can actually
over.
be quite hard, especially if you've just
Two.
moved on from secondary school
All.
badminton. Because secondary school badminton, although towards the higher end of it, has that competitive factor, but it is very social. And to kind of be thrusted into a tournament where you're playing with some of the
3.
New Zealand squad
Two.
members, it can be quite a jump.
Oh. 4. 2.
It's just such a
Five,
great outlet, though, whether
two.
it's badminton, whatever the sport might be, for students to have that outlet away from the books. It's a
Four.
great shot from the back of the court there by
Service
Will's
over.
Love.
3. 5. Out. Service over. 6. 5. 3.
I think the role that UTSNZ is playing, the University and
Seven.
Tertiary Sport New Zealand, is fantastic as well. It certainly wasn't around in my day at university, in any coordination of sport and activity and what have you for
8,
students to keep
3.
it university focused is just a great thing.
Definitely.
9. 3. Oh.
Great variation, serve from a
10.
DT there.
3.
It's certainly
11.
hard to
3.
pick. She has this
Interval.
big wind up on the serve, and when she does go short, it's hard to pick.
Yeah.
So they go to the break at 11-3. So Alexander in control. UTSNZ also, well, they're engaged right across the board this year, launching a second series of events known as the Challenge Series, a mix of
Good
physical
one.
and virtual
20
events.
second.
And they kicked
Good
off
one.
with the
20
first ever
second.
e-sport tournament as well. It's a big thing, isn't it,
Ready?
e-sport?
Ready to go?
What does it look like?
I don't get it.
Is it like Wii Sport?
11. 3. Play.
I think that's one thing that's come out of COVID times
Service
is creativity,
over.
eh?
4. 11.
Well played, Will's Love. Yeah, and badminton led the way with the Learn Coach New
5,
Zealand League.
11.
Innovative, creative.
Service over.
Just provided
12,
such an outlet for the sport and for its top players.
Yeah, yeah. I
Out.
think especially when so many of the international
13,
and national tournaments got cancelled, it was just cool to have such a focus of high performance in that league.
Out. Service over. 6. 13.
Will's Love is doing a good job here, just hanging tough.
Oh. 7. 13.
Oh, lovely shot. Taking the pace off that shuttle.
8. 13. Up. 9. 13. Oh. Service over. 14. 9.
Well played this time, Alexander. recognising where the
15,
open court was.
9.
No, couldn't get there again.
Aditi's doing great at just really
16,
looking for the spaces
9.
on court and just maximising them.
Out. Service over. 10, 16. Service over. 17, 10.
Aditi's also really good at just reading
18,
the
10.
shots coming from Taylor. And although they don't quite make it over, she's
Oh,
quite fast onto
service
that net
over.
just in case it does come.
11, 18.
Just slicing across the shuttle there that time, Alexander.
Service over. 19, 11. Out. 20. Game point 11. Service over. 12, 20.
And that'll sew up
Game.
the first game for Aditi Alexander from Otago.
The first game win by University Otago, 21-12.
And on the back of Jake Dixon having won the men's singles, this looks to be setting them up nicely here, Otago, against a very young and relatively inexperienced Victoria University side. Both teams really needing a win in this one if they're to stand a chance of progressing through to the semi-finals tomorrow morning.
Second game, level play. One love. Two love. Out. Three love.
Taylor Wills Love, if there's
Four
an area
love.
that she'll develop. She's only been playing for about 4 years. That's just not developing that strength game yet and able to go baseline to baseline, but it's something that will
Five
develop over time.
love. Out.
Yeah, and I think the ability to be
Serve
able to
over.
actually clear yourself out of,
One.
I guess, pressure
5.
is a really valuable thing. I know back when I used to play singles, which feels like a decade ago now,
Serve
just
over.
a go-to high clear, just to
6,
reset,
1.
is actually what made it possible to stay in a game that was quite hard going.
Alexander now in
7,
almost complete control, you would think. Controlling the shuttle nicely and also controlling the movement of
8,
Wills Love.
1.
Nice.
That was a beautiful turn.
9, 1.
Yeah, that's nice as
Service
well.
over. 2, 9.
Certainly her strength lies in taking pace off the shuttle.
Service over. 10-2. Service over. 3-10. Eleven straight interval.
Chance to take a breather, regather their thoughts, and you would think here for Aditi Alexander, just a continuation of the form that she's showing to surely put Otago 2-love up in the tie.
11 straight. Play.
Just got the radar all wrong there, did Taylor.
12-3. Thirteen, 3.
She's having to be so wary
14,
of the backcourt
3.
as Will's love that it's leaving those opportunities for the drops from Alexander. And then the easy put away.
15-3.
Nice.
Service over. 4-15.
Taylor really does have a great cross court from the back.
Five, 15. Service over. 16-5.
This weekend is one of 10
17.
national tertiary
5.
championships run by UTSNZ each year across a range of different sports. Just providing that focal point.
18-5.
And again, important to acknowledge all of the teams, in particular those that have travelled in these current times, uncertain times. Continued commitment to these opportunities
19-5.
outside of their core study. There's that shot again.
It really is
over.
great, eh?
6-19.
And Aditi must be alert to it, and yet she still can't get to it. It's not bad though from Alexander.
20. Match point. 6.
And that'll
Game.
wrap it up. Impressive performance from Aditi Alexander. Well played too, Taylor Will's love.
The,
But it's
the
a
match
21-12,
win by
21-6 win.
University of Otago. 21-12, 21-6.
And that
Thank you.
sees Otago go 2-love up in the tie and gives them a
Wait, coming. Back.
position of real
We
authority.
together, go. Okay, sorry.
Well, the umpires are doing some
thank you.
teaching as well, aren't they? And they're needing help. Willis Love there receiving the clipboard. So waiting for royalty to come down and leave the court. But the players are doing the right thing. There we go. So 2 matches played and still 3 to come in this tie between Otago and Victoria. When we come back, it is men's doubles.
FISU, World of University Sport.
Get ready. Be inspired. Be courageous. Be great. Explore the world and share your discoveries. Find your passion in surprising places. Think differently. Challenge perspectives. Create, innovate, respond, and then adapt. Connect and influence. Be curious. Be critical. Ask questions. Find new solutions. Make waves. And get ready for the world.
Well, welcome back to what has so far been a bit of a procession for the Otago team. They've won the two singles matches and they've won them very comfortably. Jake Dixon and then Aditi Alexander giving themselves every chance of winning this tie, having lost already this morning against the University of Auckland number 2 team 4-1, but they lead here 2-love. Let's see if Victoria can change that as we welcome our men's doubles out onto our show courts. Holly Cho leads the players out. So our two protagonists from the pre-match chat, and that was a bit of fun with Joseph and Hamish having only just met, but entering into the spirit of the occasion and a bit of friendly trash talking. And now they get the chance to actually go to battle, not before the coin toss though.
Picture screen, yeah. Sorry, play. Service or end. Service. Who will serve? You serve. Hamish serve. You choose your end over there. Yeah, on top. Right, and you receive. Just receive. Okay. 2 minutes warming up.
Okay, final couple of minutes. To introduce the 4 players involved in this one, and it is backs to the wall stuff for Victoria. There's Joseph Belf, 21 years of age, studying towards a Bachelor of Science and Music. And I did say to Joseph, that's unusual. He said, yeah, it's not the obvious mix, but clearly two passions in his fourth year of study. And just across from him, Amarul Ahmad Rizwan, who, for the purpose of our commentary, with his permission, will be Amarul Rafiq, 23 years of age, studying towards Bachelor of Science out of Malaysia. Come to New Zealand for those very reasons to come and study. Hamish Talon alongside, at 19 years of age, first year studying towards a Bachelor of Science. And he's currently playing right-handed. And I say that currently because he is ambidextrous.
Really?
Can
Wow.
change the racket during a point if it's to his advantage. So he can switch right to left. And there's Aaron Ong, also Jun Kit Ong, and to his mates here in New Zealand, known as Aaron. And 24 years of age, fourth year students studying psychology. So the four combatants are ready to go to battle here. Not sure how well you know these players at all, right? If at all, Raina, do you know them?
I can't say too much. I know I met Hamish for a little bit when we were playing down in Wellington last year. And he was actually still currently at Hutt International Boys School, but he came to support us. So I only got to catch him then. I've seen a little bit of Joseph through the inter-association division teams, and he's quite strong. Yeah, so I think Otago, they have a lot of power
Hamish.
on their side in this game.
Yeah.
We've already seen that experience can certainly help, and that nerves have played a part in one or
Yes.
two of these matches. A final couple of warm-up serves here. And I'm just watching here and I'm sensing a very,
Ladies
very
and gentlemen,
nervous
on my
Amarul
right,
Rafiq.
University of Otago, represented by Joseph Park, Jun Kit-in. On my left, Victoria University of Wellington, represented by Amarul Rafiq Ahmad Rajuan and Hamish Talon. Victoria University of Wellington to serve, Hamish Talon to Joseph Park. Love ball, play.
Amarul
Serves
Rafiq just
over.
caught back on his heels a little there.
1 love.
And there's
Out.
that energy, that just trying to release some of the tension. Just going through the
Two.
shuttle, too much power.
Love. Three. Love. Four. Love.
And that might ease
Serves
a few of
over.
the nerves. They're on the board,
1,
the Victoria boys.
4.
It's always easier once you're on the board.
Serves over 5-1. 6-1.
It's gone
Out.
long.
7-1.
I think it's a hard thing as well, as the hall that we're in at the moment is starting to heat up. Is that sometimes, because obviously the shuttles don't change, but it changes a
Serves
lot as
over.
the temperature
2,
rises.
Yeah,
7.
the flight of the shuttle, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And listen, it's a little daunting. There are cameras
Serves
around.
over.
It's a live broadcast.
Yeah.
And best advice I think anyone could give these players, and some of them are
Subs over.
literally new to the
3,
game,
8.
let alone having cameras around.
Yeah.
Just do your best to enjoy.
Exactly.
Put a smile on the face.
Subs over. 9, 3.
Drop your Instagram handle, get a few followers.
Listen to you.
Yeah. He touched.
Yeah, okay. Holly Cho just ruling there.
So
There was a
just
touch
wait.
from Belf.
Subs over. 4, 9.
It's interesting hearing you say that, Raina, because in your professional career
5,
still to come,
9.
I would have thought you might be saying to people, get rid of those
Out.
handles. Get off that social media.
Subs over. 10, 5.
You know, if you've got boundaries, I
Four.
think it's okay.
11, 5. Interval.
We'll take a break here. Otago in control, Belf and Ong. Also challenging where these teams don't necessarily have a coach, and that's good to see. I'm just seeing Amaral there smiling, and that's what I want to see,
Yeah.
because I think he's just very tense.
Yeah.
And the best advice, and I think Hamish is doing a great job here. I think he's just trying to break the ice a little. Just, I reckon that conversation was nothing to do with badminton.
Absolutely.
It was just, let's enjoy this, have some fun.
Yeah, I think that's actually
11,
a really
5.
positive thing about these two being paired together
Play.
is that although Amaral Rafiq might be a bit nervous, you've got Hamish, who's just a natural joker, very relaxed and kind of, you know, helping his
Subs
teammate just see
over.
that it is
6,
okay just to go out and have
11.
fun.
Subs over. 12, 6. Fourth. 13, 6.
Ong looking for the difficult angle there.
Subs over. 7, 13.
It's the scoreboard allowing him that luxury. It's a lifted serve getting punished.
Subs over. 14, 7. Fifteen, 7. Subs over. 8, 15.
Yeah, great reflexes through that rally from Amaral Rafiq.
9, 15.
Hamish applauding some wonderful defensive play. It's gone
Out.
wrong.
10,
Much more relaxed,
15.
much more at ease.
With that little run of points, they actually almost seem back in it. It's only 10 to 15,
out.
which if they can come back from this point just lost, they can actually
Subs
still come
over.
through.
16, 10.
Hamish just absolutely sprinting at the net when he knew the smash was coming.
10.
I applaud the bravery.
It's come off the frame. And what was close at 15-10 now is just stretching out again.
10. Out. Subs over. 11, 18.
It's the risk and reward. If you do lift the serve, it's got to be so
Subs
accurate.
over. 19, 11.
Especially in doubles when if you haven't communicated to your partner that you're about to do a flick serve, can be
Out.
a huge surprise for them.
And that's critical to doubles or mixed,
12.
isn't it? It's
19.
communication,
Yeah.
knowing both where is my partner going to put the shuttle, and based on that, where do we think it's going to come back
20. Game point 12. Fourth.
When that middle
13,
Rafiq actually does manage
20.
to like get onto the shuttle, he actually has a lot of power behind it.
Oh, that's
Game.
the classic new combination, yours, mine, yours, and nobody took it. So the first game,
won
Otago.
by University of Otago, 21-13.
And, well, I think these Victoria boys, though, will be all the better for that, just to have eased into proceedings. The final match that we will cover for you this afternoon from 4:30 is again the University of Auckland #1 team up against AUT. And AUT
Second
team,
game.
it's,
Low ball.
if I'm right,
Play.
Raina, Sally Fu, I think,
Yep.
leads that team.
Yep.
Subs over. 1 love.
Oh no.
Yeah, you won't see an
2
easy one missed, and I'm
love.
sorry, Joseph, we did get that on tape.
Out.
Okay, 3 love, here we go.
Subs
Oh,
over.
sorry, 2-1.
1-2.
Importantly, though, they've got the lead.
Out.
Well, they did.
2 all. Out.
Just.
3-2. 4. 4-2. Out.
Just a succession here of cheap
5,
points given away.
2.
Yeah, I think that's been maybe 3 or 4 in a row.
Out.
Yeah, it went long. And again, we just see signs there, the quick hands. He's got
Subs
the hand-eye
over.
coordination, has
3,
Rafiq.
5.
Almost better, I
Subs
think,
over.
Amarul
6,
Rafiq, when the
3.
shuttle's coming at him with pace.
Yeah.
Fourth. 7-3. Out. 8-3.
Oh,
Fourth.
Aaron Ong was airborne there.
That was exceptionally well
9-3.
read.
Well, he hit the serve and then he jumped. Oh, hard luck, Hamish Talon.
10.
I feel like Hamish
3.
and Rafiq would really benefit from actually trying to do some forward and back rotation. Because at the moment they're kind of just stuck playing sides, which in defence is
11-3
great. But when you're actually
interval.
trying to take the attack and take control, it doesn't really do a lot for either of you.
So that's almost, and I guess it comes with experience, but that's almost a circular, almost rotation in terms of where you've got to be to receive.
Yeah, it's kind of just seeing, and I mean, like, as you practice rotations and training and stuff, you can kind of tell that when your partner takes a certain shot, that's your key to either go back or forward, and you kind of just work. And I mean, that comes with just playing with each other
11-3.
enough to actually understand.
Play. Out. Subs over 4-11. Subs over 12-4.
Exerting their authority now, Belf and Ung.
13-4.
Oh, he loves to get airborne, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Release that explosive
14,
power.
4.
Yeah, it's well played.
Perfectly in the corner as well.
Subs over 5-14. Subs over 15-5. Out. 16-5. Seventeen, 5.
That was a great behind the back shot by Hamish.
Yeah.
18-5.
Fortunately, didn't win the point, but lovely trick shot.
I think he's still stoked with it though, eh?
Subs over 6-18.
So winning this one will sew up the tie for Otago. It's a good serve.
7-18. Eight, 18.
Oh, lovely touch, Hamish. Enjoyed that one.
9, 18. Fourth. 19-9. 20. Match point 9.
Did he change hands then?
Subs over.
I don't know.
I think he may have just played
20.
left-handed,
Did
that
he?
shot.
Fourth.
It took a long time to see it, but I think we just saw the left-handed shot there from Hamish. But it is a win for Otago with Joseph Belf and Jun Kit Ung, Aaron Ung.
Thank you.
They win it to 21-13, 21-10.
Match won by Joseph Barf and University of Otago. 21-13, 21-10.
So that wraps up the tie as well. 3 up, 3 down for Otago. And
Come with me.
here we go. They'll
Thank you.
wait for the umpire and provide some assistance. Coming down from a great height. And
that's
we
right.
still have 2 matches to play in this tie. With the mixed doubles will feature. Again, Jung Kit Ung, he'll be back out for that. But coming up next, stay with us. It is the women's doubles, Otago and Victoria.
We believe where you live shouldn't decide your destiny, and that any place can be a place of learning. So much of modern life has a handy home delivery option. Why not your education? Maybe you'll start your degree in the same space you share with your whānau, or from that corner of the spare room that catches the most sun. Start your new what at the place where can be anywhere, online or on campus. Massey, New Zealand's leading online university. Apply now at massey.ac.nz.
FISU, World of University Sport.
Wellington taught me how to take a stance, question my beliefs, care about things, you know? It's a political town. People fight for the stuff that's important to them. Equality, art, sport, fashion, whatever it is. I love it. My life is so much bigger, more colourful, more interesting now.
It's the Badminton New Zealand University Championships brought to you in association with the University and Tertiary Sport New Zealand. Here at the county's Manukau Badminton Hall in Papakura. And it is Otago in control of this one. 3-love, they lead Victoria University. It is a Group B clash. Both these teams having lost their first matches this morning. So a win was critical to Otago to keep their hopes of a semi-final alive. They've done that, they've secured the win, but the tie's not over just yet. We've got mixed doubles, but first up, let's welcome our women's doubles onto our show courts. Otago in their 4-1 defeat at the hands of the University of Auckland #2 team this morning. They, in 3 or 4 of those matches, they went 3 games, so they were very, very tight. Could have gone either way, and we're seeing that here, that they're clearly the stronger of the 2 teams here in this tie.
You choose. Receive. And last side. Okay. Reserves. Who serves? Richmond. Reserve. Yours reserve. Okay. 1 minute. Replic. Change it. Take the 2.
I reckon the players might figure that out. I'm not sure. Frank might have got the wrong team there in terms of who was serving.
Yeah.
Unless I misheard. We'll find out. We'll find out in a couple of minutes. Final warm-up and a chance to introduce the players. Nearest to us, Nicole Brown, 18 years of age, another one of these young first-year students in this Victoria team, studying towards a Bachelor of Health. And we've already seen Aditi Alexander perform pretty impressively in a singles win. 3rd-year students in arts, but also a Bachelor of Laws. And she will partner Jia Yen Ti, 20 years of age, in her second year studying biomedical sciences. And Rishma Cherian, at 28 years of age, studying Masters of Architecture. Fascinating architecture. I think I'd love to have gone into architecture.
Yeah.
Just wasn't any good at any subject that led you towards that. But I just like the idea of it.
No, and if there's a university that would be pretty cool to do it, not to toot it because I'm biased, but I'd say Victoria, being the arts central, is it's pretty cool on the whole design school. I mean, it has a whole entire campus dedicated to all the design and creative faculties. So it's probably a good choice for a Masters of Architecture.
Most of what you just said was true. Because you are so clearly biased. But no, I hear you.
Well-informed bias.
Well, I'm kind of biased as well because I love that city, love Wellington. It's a pretty cool place to live, and certainly has a great student faculty as well. This one really is consolation, if you like, for Victoria.
Right.
They've already lost the tie,
Victoria
but
University
still fighting.
of Wellington, represented by the Nico Brown and Reshma Charin. On my left, University of Otago, represented by Adish Alexander and Jain T. Reshma Charin service to Jain T. Level play. Serves over. 1 love. Oh, serves over.
Just to
1
continue that little
all.
sidebar with the architecture, I do wonder with popular culture how it affects things at times. And
serves
do
over.
you know, I wonder if the very popular
2,
program, it might be outside
1.
of your demographic, but Grand Designs.
Oh, love it.
And
Love it.
do you know, I would imagine that has an impact, and I wonder if over the last 3 or 4 years there's been an increase in interest in students studying architecture.
3, 1.
I mean, also, I know I considered basically every profession under the sun, and I remember when I was really onto architecture as my goal, I convinced my parents that I had to get Sims, because Sims the game was the best way to practice a career in architecture.
5, 1.
But no, I think Grand Designs probably has inspired quite a few.
Out. 6, 1.
Sadly for Victoria, this is following a similar pattern, and there's a little tumble over the nets.
7, 1.
Helps extend that scoreline.
4. Serves over. 2, 7.
Very quick points.
Oh. 3, 7. Service over. 8, 3.
Nice angle from Alexander.
9, 3.
Right. I think it's especially in doubles where if there is a certain side that can
3.
really control the net, it's usually them that just end up controlling the whole game.
11, 3 interval.
And that's First 14 points of this one have gone by in the blink of an eye. And it really is warming up inside the gym as well. It's popped outside in between matches, and it is a beautiful day in Auckland today. But
Court 1, 20 seconds.
I reckon
Court 1, 20 seconds.
all these teams that have travelled might want to enjoy it if they
Eleven
can for an
straight.
hour or so, because I think the country's going to get
Play.
hit over the next few days by some pretty nasty weather.
Twelve, 3. Service over. 4, 12.
Rishmacherian
5,
here for Victoria,
12.
studying architecture. She's in New
Out.
Zealand from her home country of India for her studies.
Service. Oh. 14, 5.
I'm sure the universities can't wait for those borders to reopen. They've been missing their international students big time. Those that couldn't get in prior to
15,
lockdown.
5. Out. 16, 5.
Alexander
17,
and T
5.
in complete control.
Eighteen, 5. Out. 19, 5. 4, 20, game point 5.
That's a nice one.
So
Straight
it's
down the
over.
middle from Rishmacherian.
6, 20.
Yeah, if you're in doubt, just down the middle is always a good place to start.
Game.
Called good, and that is the first game.
The
Otago
first game win by University Otago. 21-6.
certainly looked like they've put the disappointment of this morning well and truly behind them, having lost a lot of close matches on the way to losing the tie 4-1 against the Auckland 2 team. Final match in our broadcast. There are 3 matches still to play this afternoon, all starting at 4:30, but the final match in our broadcast will feature the University of Auckland #1 team up against AUT. That one will get underway
It's
at
okay.
4:30. Well, Frank says he wanted a bit more of a break. What's the rush here, he says. I'm not ready.
They want to go out and enjoy the good weather.
Well, Frank's been here for the day. He says, no
Quarter
rush.
1, 20 seconds. Quarter 1, 20 seconds. Second game. Level. Play. One love. Four, 2, love.
Similar to a description of the men's doubles. Just important here for Nicole and Reshma to play with a smile on the face if they can.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is
3,
quite obvious that
love.
Otago is the dominant pairing. And yes, I think the best thing that Nicole and Reshma can actually do is just, yeah, go out and enjoy it.
Four, love. Out. 5, love. 4, 6, love. 7, love.
It's pushed wide from Brown.
8, love.
'Out. They're just missing the lines.
9, love.
'Good defence that
Serves
time
over.
from Cherian. And
1,
there's the smile. They're on the
9.
board.
Four. Service over. 10, 1. Service over. 2, 10. 4, 11, 2, interval.
So this Otago team will be buoyed by this scoreline and performance. Essentially, depending on the other result, it's likely to set up a must-win match this afternoon against Massey. Massey already having beaten Victoria 5
Code
love.
1, 22nd. Code 1, 22nd.
So at the very least, you would think Otago will go into that against Massey, knowing that if they can get the win, they might need to win it
11,
on count
2.
of games. They
Play.
might finish level, but they'll be
4.
in with a shot of making the semis.
Service over. 3, 11. Oh. 4, 11. Service over. 12, 4. Thirteen, 4. Four. 14, 4. Out. 15, 4. 4. 16.
Yeah, Otago's just really
4.
dominating at the net. Not really giving Victoria that much space to do anything.
And so often it's Victoria that are
17,
lifting the shuttle in
4.
those rallies, and they're constantly on the back foot.
Yeah.
Out. 18, 4. Oh.
Let's see if they
Over.
can get a little run of points
5,
here.
18. Service over.
It's that movement
19,
where
5.
server serves, and then there should be movement between the two players to react.
20. Match point.
Some of that only
5.
comes with experience, time playing together.
Okay.
And that will wrap it up. That's pretty comprehensive. 6 and 5 for Otago. And they're on a roll, aren't they? That's 4-love in this tie.
The match win by University of Otago, 21-6, 21-5.
Which means there is just the one clash still to come in this tie before we play our final televised match this afternoon, starting at 4:30. But one to come in this one still, and that is going to be the mixed doubles between Otago and Victoria. Stay with us, mixed doubles still to come.
This is our place. A place where people form close connections on journeys of discovery and belonging. From rugged mountain ranges to rich harbour waters, this place brings people together, going further by collaborating, turning daydreams into dream careers. This is our place, and this is who we are. Science at Otago.
I'm researching the connection between Māori communities and geothermal resources so that we as engineers, scientists and decision makers respect Māori values and better integrate those values into geothermal engineering. The university's sustainability goals in terms of energy align closely with Aotearoa's sustainability goals, and there's a lot of research coming out of the university that works towards that. That's what makes me so passionate about this, is I'm helping people that I love, especially with Aotearoa's growing ambition to energy sustainability.
Otago University in control of this one and setting themselves up for a shot at least at the semi-finals here at the University Badminton Championships. Brought to you with Badminton New Zealand and University and Tertiary Sport New Zealand. There's confirmation of the 4-love scoreline, which means just one match to play in this tie. Let's welcome them out here. It's time for the mixed doubles between Otago and Victoria. And there'll be familiar faces. All but one player has already been out there on the courts in this one. Lucy Thompson from Otago, the first time we've seen Lucy this afternoon. Holly Cho, our umpire.
Green. Green. Service or end. You serve and you choose Are you receive and this side? Okay. 2 minutes warming up. You can have, yeah, the used one. Thank you.
So service and ends decided, and 2 minutes on the clock. So Aaron Ong, introduced also as Jun Kit Ong, psychology students, and one half of an impressive men's doubles combination earlier with Joseph Balfe in a straight games win. And across in the colours of Victoria University of Wellington, Samitra Shalagram, who played first up in the singles and going down to Jake Dixon, the 25-year-old. So hope he's all the better for that. Appeared to be struggling a little with finding his feet on this court surface. And on the far side, there she is, Taylor Willis-Love, 19 years of age, studying towards a Bachelor of Health. What a first year at university this has been. And I can speak firsthand to that, given my daughter is in her first year. Man, there's been some disruption. So all power to all of you students out there for just getting on with it like you have done. Lucy Thompson, 23 years of age. She's an old hand, though, at this whole study thing, studying her PhD towards a doctorate of philosophy, her 5th year of study. So Lucy Thompson's first appearance in this tie. And we've seen a few nerves, and we've seen some one-sided games, but you would hope that both Samitra and Taylor just release the shackles and just enjoy this, and no pressure
Ready
at
to
all.
play.
Just have some fun.
Taylor have a shuttle. So. You can have, yeah, just. Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, University of Otago, represented by Jun Kit Ing, Lucy Thompson. On my left, Victoria University of Wellington, represented by Shamitra Saligram and Tyler Wills-Love. Victoria University of Wellington to serve, Tyler Wilson-Love to Jun Kit Ing. Love ball, play.
This will be the danger here for
Subs
the Wellingtonians, is the
One
power of
love.
Ong. There's an example of it again. I reckon they'll set up camp like this, won't they, with Thompson in the front
Two.
court and
Love.
Aaron Ong patrolling the back.
Yeah, they're definitely already looking like a very strong combo.
Out.
Especially given
Sub-silver.
Lucy at
One,
the front
two.
is a lot taller than Taylor, so it does have the height advantage there.
Out.
And as someone who's usually the shorter player on the court, it is
Subs
always
over.
daunting going up
3,
against the taller girl at the front.
2. 3-1. Out.
Sometimes an advantage. I think it was Justine
4,
Villegas who said in her
1.
bio for the New Zealand League that an advantage she has is that she can smash a smash.
5.
True,
1.
true.
Out. 6, 1. Out.
But yes, they are much more
7,
experienced combination, aren't they? If not together, just generally their experience in the game.
Yeah, and from my memory as well, they actually play for Otago
Subs
Badminton
over.
Association
2,
together as well.
7.
So they obviously have that experience as well as bringing it into the tertiary arena.
It's just explosive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Subs over 8-2.
And it's not all necessarily about
9,
upper body strength.
2.
You'll see with Jean Kit Ong that so much of his power is generated from the quads and the hips. And he's got a lovely touch as well.
10-2. Out. Subs over 3-10. Subs over 11-3 interval.
Situation like this, Raina, what's important here for Samitra and Taylor? Is it you know, they're so clearly up against a better combination. Do they try and set themselves little goals, or what do they do to try and keep their focus?
Yeah, I'd say whenever I've had the experience of going up against a definitely stronger pair, is just trying to make sure that the pair that we're up against is actually winning the points and we're not giving them away. And so what that means is trying to minimize, I guess, giving them the attack freely. And so just instead of lifting it, trying to play those shots which are more displacement, whether it's the mid-court or trying to actually see how you can take control of the net.
There's an opportunity there for Taylor.
12-3.
It's such a weapon to have.
13-3.
Complement the power with the drop shot as well. Keep your opponents guessing.
And I guess they kind of strengthen each other. Because when when your opponents are expecting a huge smash, they already begin to back off, and then that's where, by taking the pace off, you really catch them off guard again.
Well, he's doing everything at the moment. Retrieving in his own front court and playing winners.
Lucy's just at the front running her feast, I say.
Yeah, her mind might be elsewhere.
16-3.
That was great reactions there from
3.
Taylor just there to have her racket ready. And she didn't actually have to do anything with it, but just because she was there, she just had to place it, and it was a pretty good block, actually.
Lucy would be one of, if not the most experienced players here. This is her 5th appearance at the tournament.
Just wait.
So she's very familiar in this level of competition.
Out.
In fact, her twin brother Daniel went to Canterbury University, and they were
Subs
rivals
over.
in 2017 and 18.
Love that.
Five. 18. Subs over. 19-5. 20. Game point 5.
Oh, couldn't quite just
Subs
get that cheeky
over.
little drop
6,
to fall.
20.
Oh, good quick hands. Well played, Otago. It's been the theme of this tie, and so it continues.
First game won by University of Otago. 21-6.
A reminder that our final broadcast match will start on time as scheduled at 4:30 So there will be a little breather between, given this tie's gone through pretty quickly. And I can confirm that 4:30, that final one, you want to catch that. It's University of Auckland up against AUT out of Group A, likely to perhaps decide who finishes top in that group going into the semi-finals.
Second game, love ball, play. Out. Two, love. Out. Three, love. Out.
Scoreboard not keeping up with the pace of play at the moment.
1-3.
So as per Holly Cho, it is 1-3. Here we go.
2-3. Serve, 4-2.
Great finish there from Lucy.
5-2.
And that power. Such a weapon.
6-2.
Don't get me wrong, Lucy's playing her part here. It's a very good combination,
7,
but she must
2.
love the armchair ride at times, just knowing as soon as the shuttle's lifted, oh, all right, Aaron, away you go.
Yeah.
Go to work.
Serve, 3, sorry, correction, 8-3.
Into a vacant back court.
9. Ten, 2. Out. Yeah. 11-2. Interval.
Take the interval and a chance to grab a quick drink. Towel down. And have good preparation time, Otago, going into that clash with Massey. Victoria will play the number 2 Auckland team, and that'll be a heck of a challenge for them, given Auckland beat Otago 4-1.
Play. Twelve, 2.
A little lucky there. Lucy Thompson almost wore that one.
13,
just got out of the way.
2.
Nice. That was a perfect, just a little sneaky slice at the front from Lucy.
14-2. Fifteen, 2.
This time the angle from Ong
16-2.
So much power even from his backhand, eh?
17-2.
It's off the frame. That's why the apology.
18-2. Oh. 19-2.
I think Lucy says I'll get back up to the front court.
3-19.
Match points.
Service over. 20. Match. Yeah, okay.
It's almost a race to serve, eh?
Service over. 4-20.
Poor old umpire Holly Cho's not able to get the update out there. Never mind, we knew we were at match point, and it is match all over. And it wraps up a comprehensive victory in the tie. Never in danger in any of the 5 matches. They dominated throughout, and to wrap it up with a comprehensive win there in the mixed doubles, and that gives them hope of a semi-final appearance tomorrow morning. They still have to negotiate Massey University in their final tie later this afternoon. But Raina, your thoughts on a pretty impressive outing from Otago and Victoria University? Well, I hope they're better for the appearance against a very good team.
Yeah, I think Victoria definitely stoked with just, I guess, the experience and the chance to just play matches that they probably haven't had down in Wellington. And Otago is a good setup for, obviously, their game next. But over to Andrew with the boys.
Let alone first year studying. So tell us about the experience and just being up here for the weekend and playing against some really good players.
Yeah, it's a great experience, and I look forward to us growing as a team. Hopefully a lot of us can play in the following years and give these guys a better run for their money in the future. So yeah, it's great. It's awesome coming up here and being able to play.
And after a pretty tough loss this morning, on paper it looked like a bad loss, but you were in just about every match. You pleased to get that one out of the way?
Yeah, no, it was good. While it was all good games, we also met some new friends as well, and I'm sure we'll be seeing these guys at future tournaments as well. So it's a great privilege to have played Victoria University. Yeah.
And now your focus turns to Massey. So I'm not sure what's happened in the other tie, but essentially I think it probably comes down to winner goes to the semis. So that's a big one to get ready for now.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we're going to grab some food and get in the right headspace, and we'll do our best. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Good stuff. Well done on the win, and well done, and look forward to your final match as well, and good luck in that one. So there we go, the respective captains for Victoria and Otago after a comprehensive performance by Otago University keeps their hopes alive of making it through to the semi-finals. They've got to negotiate Massey this afternoon. Our next one on our show court here will start at 4:30. Make sure you join us on our Sky Sport Next live stream because it features once again Auckland University, their #1 team, up against their near neighbours. It's a bit of a grudge match, AUT. That one coming up at 4:30.